I was wrong. 2 years ago, I wrote 5 articles about artificial intelligence, how to classify it, how to measure it, how to design with it, how to test it, and actually use it in your product. I published all of these articles on Medium before DeepSeek became a thing, before half of these AI platforms started popping up everywhere you look. These articles I published contain formulas on how you can impact this in your actual product. And to be honest, I thought I had it figured out. I didn't. Because last year, I stopped just writing and dabbling in AI. I actually started building real products, real interfaces, real use cases with artificial intelligence. I set up automation system using OpenClaw that runs my entire brand, from posting content to managing workflows, drafting, approval, contracts, plugins, and all of these work for me while I sleep. Then I did something that made it real. I built a trading bot. I put $50 in it, yes, because my father is not Bill Gates and I do not have money to experiment like that. But within 2 months, using Polymarket's conservative strategy, I made a 20% return on $50. The conservative return was necessary because we have to do it in such a way that the risk is limited. I also built a brand OS. It's a brand operating system, a system that automates brand strategy from brief to execution. I built an invoice generator, I built lead generation pipelines, all of these powered by artificial intelligence. And here's what all of that taught me. My original classification framework only measured 2 things: complexity and technological stack. How complex is the artificial intelligence product that you're working on, and what technology is it built on? Now, this was useful because on paper, it was the basic things you need to know about building. But when I actually started deploying these systems, when real money was on the line, when real decisions were being made, I realized that I had missed something so obvious, it kept me up at night. I had missed something so obvious, it was almost embarrassing to admit. Risk. I never accounted for risk. What happens when the AI gets it wrong? What happens when the trading bot makes a bad call? What happens when the diagnosis system misreads a scan? What happens when the automation sends the wrong message to the wrong person? Risk was very important. To be honest, it really just wasn't just risk. I was also missing explainability. Can the artificial intelligence product or the integration that you're building, can it show you why it made a decision? In terms of governance, what rules and regulations does it follow? And in resilience, does it survive contact with real world when real users start doing things you never planned for? Now, 2 dimensions have become 6, and everything changed. So I wrote the entire thing, the entire concept, the entire article. Every AI product that is being built now should get classified across at least 6 dimensions. We have the class, which is about functional complexity. We have the level, which is about technological stack. We have the risk that varies from negligible risk to life-threatening risk. And in terms of explainability, is this a black box kind of thing, or is it fully auditable? Can you see everything? In terms of governance, what kind of regulatory oversight is needed for the product, depending on the context? In resilience, how fragile is the product when it encounters the unpredictability of humanity? This is the difference between measuring what an AI product can do and measuring whether it's actually ready to ship to real people, to live among real people, to integrate with real people's lives. Now, the first article drops today. The full 6 dimensional framework is the most thorough thing I have written about artificial intelligence, and it's the foundation for everything that comes after it. And I'm sharing all of it for free. Every framework, every lesson, every mistake that I made, so that you do not have to make the same mistakes that I did. So if you're building with AI, if you're designing with AI, if you're making decisions with AI, or you're just trying to understand what all of this actually means, this is where you start. So now the link's in the comment section. Go and read it. Go and understand it and apply it to the products that you're building, to the products that you're using, to the decisions that you're making. And if it changes how you think about AI, just let me know. Because one thing I have learned in the last 3 to 5 years working with AI is because I have learned that being wrong is the best thing that can happen to you, especially early. It means you are still learning.